What's up, guys? Welcome back to Ivan's Alignments. We got something cool and special today. Jose, say what's up. Employee of the month. Well, that's because he's the only employee. And we got my man Jason Hord from Mss. Jason, you brought us a surprise here. Let's just say a gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can you show us what you got us here?
Yeah, absolutely. So today we're doing our brand new MSS Model Y height adjustable suspension kit.
Wow. Now, one thing I did hear about MSS, which is, to me, it's very interesting and not a lot of companies do it. How does the warranty on the shock work?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for asking. So some of our competitors, their kits go lower. The reasons why ours don't is we are so confident that we work with the factory shock or strut can handle in terms of the range of adjustment that we actually will cover the warranty on your strut or shock for as long as you own the vehicle.
Wow, unbelievable. I mean, I haven't heard of no other company do something like that.
Yeah, for sure. It takes a company that puts pride in their product, puts a lot of engineering in the product, works with the OEM suppliers of the struts and shocks to make sure we know what they can handle, to make sure we're building the right kit.
Well, we also want to say thank you for trusting us and bringing this kit over. I mean, you did tell us there was an install in California, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You are the second install, though, of anyone in the entire U.S. On this Model Y kit, so pretty excited to see how it goes.
And we're actually going to show how to install it, guys. It's not that I mean, if I had to say the level of difficulty, I'm going to say medium. If you're doing it in your driveway, it might get hard. If you have tools, we're going to go back to medium. If you're doing it at the shop and you're taking your time, I'm still going to say medium. Technically, there's nothing easy, right? It's probably easy for you if you've done a million of them. It's easy for us. But technically, skill level, I'm going to say you got to be at least a B tech. A lube tech ain't doing this, guy. Sorry, he ain't doing it. Jason, so we got all 4 springs here. We have them out. Guys, we're also going to show you how when you open the box, you're going to see a bunch of springs, perches, isolators. I'm going to explain to you, I'm going to show you what goes where. So these are the rears. I'm going to give you the part numbers on them. Where is that part number? Here it goes. So it's MSS 205 for the rear.
Yeah, these springs are actually made by Eibach for us to our spec. So it's an Eibach spring, but it's 100% proprietary with our spring rates.
What better than that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what better than that? Quality, people, quality. Here's a helper spring. Here's the isolator. So this is for the rear, guys. This is how it works. Isolator goes down, helper spring goes on, and take the spring out. Adjustment perch goes right on it. It's gonna fit snugged right on it. Hold that there, Jose. And then you install your spring. That's how that goes, people. I'm gonna put it back. Tools you're gonna need, for the most part. 21 socket and wrench, 18 socket, 15 millimeter socket, 13 for the top of the strut mount that you got to take off, 10 millimeter, a T50, pretty much everything you need, guys. I'm gonna show you the front. This is how the front works. Obviously, I'm gonna take a strut out, so I will show you guys how you're gonna install it, how you take it apart. It's a bit more complicated than the front, so we're gonna go ahead and start taking this apart. Actually, I'm gonna have Jose take this apart because he's the guy that does everything here.
He's employee of the month.
Employee of the month, right? So we got to give him that benefit, right? Yeah. He actually thought I was gonna do this. Sorry, buddy. I'll pass Jose this car. Let me get him a gun. Now, I am going to tell Jose not to go crazy and try to bang this out in 10 minutes like he usually does, because it wouldn't be fair to anybody. So, first thing we're going to do, we're going to unclip the ABS sensor. All right? Take it off from the upper control arm as well, as you see.
And that's all you gotta do.
And that's all you gotta do. There we go. That's loose.
Then we're gonna disconnect the sway bar.
All right, so next we're gonna disconnect the sway bar. you have a good gun, it's gonna be a lot easier. As easy as that. Guys, please note we have a lot of experience with this. Don't be like, wow, that was easy. It's a lot harder than what you're gonna think it is. What size is that? So 21 millimeter.
21 for the lower.
So now we're gonna loosen the lower shock.
You hold it with a wrench in the back.
Here we go.
And you just spin it out. Then you can use the wrench. Take out the bolts.
And that's how you got the lower shock mount out.
Then after that, take this
Upper
one
control, the upper ball joint, which is connected to the upper control arm. One side is a T50, the other side is a 15.
Need a ratchet for that.
Guys, please use a T15. Don't mess that bolt up. I've seen a lot of guys try. Oh, and another thing, do not hit that T50 bolt with a gun. You will strip it in a heartbeat.
Always loosen it from the...
So yeah, hopefully, you know, they loosen it from the nut.
A lot of people make the mistake. They hit it with a gun to take it out. It's not that hard. You grab your hands, you push it down, and the bolt comes straight up.
You saw that, guys? Just don't let the bolt fly out that far.
You just cramp it down, pull the bolt.
And one thing I like to do, guys, just put the bolt back with the nut so you don't lose it. If you lose the nut or the bolt,
I'm good with that.
like Jose just did.
I'm good with that. It's a gun. There it is.
There we go. Yeah, that's my point, guys. That's why I like putting things back in place.
Well, we're done down here. You just...
So this is all you need to do at the bottom. Now we're gonna loosen the 3 bolts. I'm gonna show you guys on top, and that's how the shot comes out. Let's go, Jose. Jason, how hard was that? It's not that bad, right?
Elon Musk knows what he's doing, I guess.
to take apart his own parts.
So as far as the front, obviously you're gonna have to take the top cover off. For the driver's side, there's a little 10 millimeter bolt where you're gonna take, no?
It's just a little clip here.
Oh, it's just a little clip here,
Take
guys.
the clip out.
And you take the windshield washer fluid neck out, you see?
That's it.
And that's pretty much it. You're gonna be able to get to the 3 bolts. And there goes my bracelet. Good thing my father-in-law's a jeweler.
You snapped it?
Ah, that's right.
This is a 13 millimeter.
Get a nice deep socket. Be careful with the wires as you're going at it. Also, if you hit it with a gun, get ready for that shock to come down. A lot of guys go crazy hitting it. Shock comes down. I mean, there's many things you could damage. You don't want to be that guy. And the reason I'm not helping them, you can see it's a one-man job. It's just time and patience, guys.
Oh, the sway bar. Well, what we could do here is find the T.
Spin it out.
And spin it.
Just a
Now you
little tip. Go
you
ahead.
could do it by hand. This is a really weak gun. You put it on the forward position.
And there it is. And you're not gonna damage it, guys. So don't worry about it. It's meant to spin. It has like a ball joint in it.
And that's what it roll. You push the control arm up. You take it down. Be very careful with. I put my hand here. So if I hit it.
And
That's it.
voila. That's how it comes out. Jason, how long it took us?
5 minutes, 10 minutes.
There you go, guys. On a lift, done by a professional. Obviously, if you've done it a few times. It's very easy. On the floor, obviously you want to be careful. It's going to take you a lot more time. So we're going to go ahead and set it up on the spring compressor. And then I'm going to, once we take the spring out, because obviously guys, you know we have to take the spring out in order to get this amazing and beautiful Mss kit on it. We're going to show you piece by piece how it goes on and then how we compress it back on. So we'll be back in just a minute. All right guys, so we compressed the spring, we took the spring out already, we're ready to install the Mss kit. One thing you want to do when you're compressing the spring and taking it out, make sure you put a mark on the strut mount and on the shock so you know which way you took it out. So as you see, we put a mark on the strut and we got a mark on the strut mount. If you don't do that, when you put all this together, you're gonna have a very, but I mean very hard time putting this back together. You're gonna have to take it apart. There's no other way. So just remember that, guys. Okay, now let's get back to it. I'm gonna take the strut mount out. Obviously we took the spring out. You are gonna use the bump stop. You are gonna use the dust cover. You also gotta take the shock dust cover out. So Jose's gonna take that out right now. You don't have to use such a big hammer. Jose just wants to feel like he's Thor or something with this thing. A few little love taps, people.
So it comes out. Come on.
Wow, this one's being harder than the other one.
Yeah, no, it came out like nothing.
Oh, there you go. Some love taps. You also want to take out this rubber isolator. And I'm missing... Alright, hold on. You have it? Oh, here we go. You just pop that out, guys. It's nothing crazy, easy. So this rubber isolator, has two ways to it. Just make sure you put it on the right way, guys. You see there's a notch? There. Beautiful. Put the dust cover back on. A few little love taps. It's gonna clip back in. Nothing out of this world. Now we're gonna put a sleeve right on it. It's gonna sit just like that. Guys, just to give you a small reminder, MSS actually recommends to have about, I'm gonna say it's probably like 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch rake, right? So they're telling you to lower the front 5 millimeters lower. So Jason actually told me this little trick. He said, Ivan, for every turn is 2 millimeters. So I'm actually gonna turn this 3 turns, which should make it 6 millimeters. Am I right, Jason?
Correct. Every turn on the MSS collars is 2 millimeters.
There we go. So we're gonna go 3 turns. So let's make a little mark on this.
Got it.
Right? So,
right back.
so we could count how many turns. Yeah, this hammer's seen better days. Put a little dot. All right. So Jose, spin that 3 turns.
Put your finger as a reference.
Oh, what? It just wanted me to put. You gotta put your. Well,
1.
yeah.
2. 3.
So that should be 6 millimeters, people. Don't forget, the flat side of the spring goes down. If you mess that up, you shouldn't be working on the car. Here's the bump stop. Here's the dust boot. As we stated earlier, we marked the top hat. There it is. And it's gonna go something like that. So you're going to have to compress the spring in order to get that top hat in. Many of you guys are probably gonna say, well, the spring's a little larger than the strut mount. It's fine. We spoke to the engineers at MSS. We spoke to Jason. It's all good. It's gonna work. It's just the way they designed it. It's not an issue, guys. And this is how you install the MSS kit on the front on a Model Y, which on the Model 3 is pretty much the same thing, guys. Pretty much the same thing. So we're gonna go ahead, compress the spring, put the nut on, tighten it up, put it back in, and then we're gonna show you guys how we do the rear. Stay tuned. Well, there it is, guys. This is what it's supposed to look like. Isn't that beautiful? God damn, that thing looks good. I'm gonna go a little spin around. Jose, you looking good too, bro. Why don't you smile for the camera, bro? Let me get that close up, yo. Damn, bro. Jason, how does that look?
It looks like a piece of art.
I would say. Looks amazing. I like it. You like it?
Well, what's great is it handles it better than it looks.
Hell yeah. And you know what? Jason or I, we're gonna do what I do best. Is have fun in someone else's car. It's part of my job, people. What can I say? Anyways, guys, as for the install, obviously everything you undid, you're going to do. So I don't think I would have to go step by step explaining that. All you got to do, if anything, reverse the video. So now we're going to install it. Go ahead, Jose. Throw it in. And we're going to get to the back in a few minutes as soon as Jose is done with the front. And I'm going to show you how you do the rear springs with the helper springs and everything, and how to set the height and one thing and another. And once we're done with the whole install, we're obviously going to drive the car, let it settle. We will align it and then go drive it again. So,
Can I note something real quick?
oh, Jose has a quick tip of the day.
Put this on first.
Oh, okay. Hold on. So, okay.
The only thing.
Tip of the day. Jose says,
put it on first, because if not, you're gonna have a lot of struggling putting it in there, and that's it.
there you go,
Then you
guys.
just match in the bolts, really easy.
So, Jose just made everyone's life a lot easier. Thank you, Jose.
No problem.
And again, we'll be back for the rear. What's up, guys? So now we're gonna do the rear of this Tesla, and we're gonna show you how. First thing you wanna do is get a 10mm socket and take this 10mm bolt out, which is gonna take the cover out of the lower control arm. And that's how that works. Second of all, what you wanna do, you wanna support the lower control arm, either with a jack stand, whatever you wanna use, as long as you're not trying to take these two 20mm bolts out and let that spring smack the, listen, it's still gonna get dangerous. Just support it with something, right? Or you're gonna use a hoist. There we go. These are 21 and this was 21. They're both 21mm. Now I do suggest you take the one that goes on the bottom of the knuckle out first, completely out.
My bad.
Take it out, nice and straight. See that, guys? So if you would loosen the shock and then try to take that one out, it's gonna give you a hard time. Trust me, it's gonna give you a hard time. I don't wanna give this whole explanation, but it's gonna give you a hard time. So make sure you take that one out first. Then you take the shock out. And now we're gonna get the spring out. It looks very easy. My opinion, it is very easy, but we are using electric tools. We've done this a million times. Just be careful, guys. Now that everything's loose, we're gonna bring the hoist down. As you see, the spring is gonna come out. To get the spring out, just pull on the lower control arm. Obviously, don't like rip it the hell out like an animal, right? And you'll be able to get the spring out. You all right out there? Am I blinding you here? There you go. Through the bottom, and that's how you get that spring out. Now, as far as for the MSS stuff, right? This is gonna go on the lower control arm. Once you got that on the lower control arm, then you're gonna put the helper spring, and then you're gonna put the perch on it. So it's going to look like this. After you have that on, then you're going to put the spring. So this is pretty much how it's going to look. And do not forget the isolator for the top of the spring. So the easiest way to do this is the way I'm going to show you. Bring it, Jose. What you want to do first is put obviously, the lower isolator. And it has a notch, so make sure it sits in its place. Secondly, you want to put the orange spring, which is the MSS spring, in first. If you don't do it this way, it's gonna give you a really hard time. Next, you're gonna put the perch with the helper spring. I would have put everything one shot in, Jose, but it's gonna be a lot easier. Yes, guys, just put it together. It's gonna clip right in.
It won't fall.
It's not gonna fall. And now you just play with it until you get it in. You might need some help, you may not. And leave it right there, Jose, so I can show. And this is the way it's supposed to look, guys. Very simple. You might need help to do that. By yourself, I think it's gonna be a little more difficult. Obviously, I'm holding a camera and still helping them, but I'm helping them, right? And obviously, to put it back together, you're gonna either jack it up, use the hoist, use whatever you have, tighten the two bolts. And guys, once we get that done, we put the little cover, put the wheels on it, and I can't wait to see the results. Be right back. All right, guys, so we put the wheels on. We took the car for a test drive. You want to drive it at least 5 miles around the block. Some bumps here and there. And here is the end result. I like it. I think it looks beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If you followed my instructions, oh, that's hilarious. LOL, guys. We got to fix that trunk lid, which is going to the body shop. If you follow our instructions, you're probably going to have it lowered, I'm going to say like a 2-finger gap around there. I mean, the car looks great. Car belongs to a good friend of mine. I think he's going to want it a little higher than this, but you could go a lot lower. We still got plenty of room, but I'm going to say it looks great. I like it. What do you think, Jose?
Amazing. I actually like it a lot. That's the height I would go with.
Jason?
I love the stance. Gets rid of that 4x4 look. Yeah, I think it looks great and makes this this vehicle look so much better.
So, what do you think of the install? How would you rate it from easy to hard?
Yeah, so, you know, for you guys, I'd say it was easy. The biggest key is having the proper tools, having the lift, things like that. This is definitely not something that's designed to work on your back in the driveway. You need a proper spring compressor. You need the right tools to do the job. So I would definitely call it a medium for sure, okay. Which is also what our install guide says. But you know, done by proper techs in a properly outfitted shop, it can be done in an hour or two. I
agree. I agree. And professional doing it, I would say an hour or two.
Yep.
Easily settled. Because we didn't even rush it, and it took us about 2 hours, yeah, 2.5.
For sure.
Cruising, chilling, eating donuts and bubble tea.
They were good donuts.
So there you go, guys. Here's the final product. All we got to do is just align it, give it back to the customer. I'm sure he's going to be very happy. We also want to say thank you to Jason back there. Thanks for the gift. Thanks for the donuts. Thanks for actually using Ivan's alignment, right? I want to actually the first kit in the tri-state area. We're happy. We take pride in that. Anybody have any questions, you know, just DM us at Ivan's Alignment. Don't forget, guys, follow, like, subscribe. Take care. Until the next time.